All right, folks, we are live. I believe we should be live on Twitter. Welcome to Gamcast on this Sunday evening. Today we're here to talk about the media, the Trump assassination, and what you can expect going forward. As predicted, they didn't even wait 24 hours. Didn't even wait 24 hours. In case you've been under a rock for the last 24 hours, this is what happened yesterday at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. Take a look. Maybe not.
Please see something that said, take a look at what happened.
That, folks, is President Trump yesterday at a rally. Several shots fired. He was hit in the ear, was not harmed. He was taken away unharmed. We'll get to a little bit more of that in a second. Obviously shocking. At least one person has died. I think two are critically injured. We don't know if they've died. They also took out the shooter. But you would think the media would have stayed calm about this and would have been quiet for at least 24 hours, if not longer. But no, of course not. The media can't do that. They went right back to the mode that you would expect to be. But before we get to that, before I can show you they didn't wait 24 hours, let's get to what probably led to this. Let's look at some of the rhetoric that led up to this. Here's Democrats for the last, 5 or 6 years about Trump.
Go and take Trump out tonight. Take him out now.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price. Trumpers.
Now look, this kind of rhetoric from Democrats is expected because they don't have any policies. Their policies are unpopular. So increasingly they have to rely upon abortion, Trump is Hitler, and this deranged rhetoric. So a lot of you are going to say, okay, Great American Male, fine. That's stuff over the last couple of years. That's stuff over the last couple of years. Well, here I will give you the cover of the New Republic, okay, from less than a week ago, right there. You see that? American fascism with Trump dressed up like Hitler. That was less than a week ago, right? And you go, okay, well, all right, that's one thing. That's not everything. What else is out there? Well, I'll bring you back to Joy Ann Reid. And, she's just example. I could give you tons of them.
We're going to need to vote against the party that has embraced white Christian nationalism. The Republican Party is gone. It has been replaced by Project 2025 and MAGA and Trump. That's all that's left. That party is gone. And that means you have to vote against that letter R.
I'm gonna come back to this in some future episodes. We're gonna start live casting a lot more now that we got the election season underway. But look, folks, this is an important point here. I know a lot of you out there that follow my feed and follow other feeds that are similar think, oh, it's just Trump. We get rid of Trump. We put Kemp in. We put Nikki Haley in. We put Marco Rubio in. We put Ron DeSantis in. No. You're not gonna do that. Republicans are Hitler for the end of time, or until the fascists get taken out of the Democrat Party. So I'm going to let her continue, but notice it's not just Trump. It's all Republicans. You got to vote against the R, okay? Now, does this sound like rhetoric that's normal and doesn't lead people to take into weapons?
All the way down the ballot. You have to keep them out of power at the state level, keep them out of power at the federal level, or remove them from power.
Remove them from power. I want to get this short because I haven't broadcast in a while, so I want to get the video out there and see how it's going before I run too long. So, folks, this is what led to what you saw yesterday, and just see it again just real quick. This is what happened yesterday. And before Trump exited stage right, this happened. Defiant, I mean, folks, this is a gift. I'm not kidding you. This is the most gifted politician since Reagan. And maybe, I hate to say that, but maybe better. For him, as he's getting ready to get escorted off, say, wait, give me a chance. And to do that fist bump was just incredible. It led to what you're going to be seeing soon as one of the most iconic photos in American history is soon going to be this. Trump with his fist up it's just iconic. It's just classic. It is. Well, that's not the right thing. This is why we do the video. Oh, this is why we blow it twice, 3 times. All right, that's the iconic photo I was trying to get to. I got 3 programs. I'm jumping back and forth. So, folks, I said I was going to make this short. We're going to wrap it up here. Here's why they're not going to let you. They didn't wait 24 hours. This is this morning with, obviously, George Stephanopoulos. And part of the reason the media is so corrupted and just as fascist as the Democrats right now is because of them. Here's George Stephanopoulos just this morning.
Also, George, we have to point out, no matter who the shooter, what the shooter's motives were, no matter who the shooter is, you are going to hear conspiracy theories going forward.
No question about that. But as you point out those statements from J.D. Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy, of course, President Trump and his supporters have contributed to this violent rhetoric.
Oh, they've contributed to the violent rhetoric. So you saw Joy Reid, that party's gone, white nationalism, got to vote against, it's going to take your birth control, they're going to take your democracy, everything else. You heard the violent rhetoric. No way is this similar, but let's see what they got.
Well, absolutely, George. We were just looking back this morning at some of the things that former President Trump...
By the way, when did it become news? Okay, it's news for 2 fascist pretend journalists to talk to each other. But anyway, okay, what you got?
Said he warned last March of potential death and destruction if he were charged by the Manhattan District Attorney. Our country is being destroyed as they tell us to be peaceful.
Our country's being destroyed. I mean, you want me to pull up how often that Democrats say that exact same rhetoric?
Trump in January warned of bedlam in the country if the...
Bedlam in the country. That's the same thing as putting a Hitler mark on somebody.
Criminal charges against him succeeded. And of course, in March, he said, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Everybody knows what bloodbath means. It has never meant you're Hitler and take somebody out.
For the whole, that's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That will be the least of it. He said he was partly joking and that was taken out of context. But those
was, by the way, but that's okay.
His words. And you have heard it from supporters as well. And supporters are certainly, in some parts, angry. And let's remember January 6th.
No, January 6th, of course, which wasn't anything remotely like what she's claiming. It's just nonsense. January 6th has nothing to do with an assassination attempt. Folks, they didn't even wait 24 hours. This is outright idiocy. Anybody watching this, you don't even have to agree with me politically. This is outright idiocy, nonsense. It's buffoonery of the first order. That's all it is. I mean, did any of that stuff lead to anybody getting shot? And by the way, the blood is just not Trump's potential blood on his ear that will, I assume, will heal. But 3 Americans, certainly 1 American's dead, right? The shooter's dead, so that's 2. And you got 2 that are in critical condition, could be 4. These people are not well. I could go on, but I'm going to wrap it up here with one more thing, and that is, if you think it's just the media, it's not. Here's Mark Hamill, who I think is paid by the deep state, but whatever. Here's a perfect example of what you're going to see. There's no place in violence in politics ever. I'm grateful that President Trump is okay. That said, folks, I'm just going to leave it with the that said. Go find it yourself. You know what comes after that said. Folks, they didn't even wait 24 hours. All right, folks, I will be back live here soon. Subscribe, tell other people about it, and hope to see you next time.